Hello everybody, welcome to another TFT gameplay video with Caesar on the Road to Diamond series. This is the series where I walk through the decisions that I'm making throughout the game, show you some relatively high level gameplay with the goal of helping you get better at the game and also helping me get better at the game. As they say, the best way to learn is to teach. So let's see what the game wants to give us today. We're thinking maybe some kind of Vanguard Marksman kind of team for now. We're open to an Amp Strategist team potentially as well, actually. We've got Twisted Fate, but I don't really enjoy playing around Twisted Fate. So we've got some good units for an Amp Strategist board, I would say. And I can talk about that more if we get some more units that work for it. I don't think we're going to play with Jax. Let's see, it also depends on what items we get. And our first augment, another strategist unit, bow and a cloak, which is pretty terrible for us, in all honesty. Okay, we don't really want a birthday present. Don't know if we want shopping spree. It's okay. I don't think we want this. This seems pretty crazy. Jeweled Gauntlet, Techie Emblem. No, let's go with shopping spree. And we're gonna play around the strategists and probably maybe Morgana for now, just that we get some Divina Core bonuses shooting off. We'd like to play around the Mundo if we can temporarily. Let's sell some of these units and then we'll have a thing. So we're thinking of doing an Amp Strategist team, which works. We could sell this as well. Which works quite well if we're going for a level 9 game. So Amp Strategist is a pretty straightforward team composition, as it is literally just every single Amp and Strategist all on the same team. So we're just going to put them all in. 6, Nico. What am I missing? Samira and Annie. So this is the team, every Amp, every Strategist, a level 9 team unless you're able to get an emblem to make it a level 8 team. So that's what we're aiming for. We want lots of tiers and blue buffs and those sort of items to empower our team. We're gonna just play around with this for now. We'll accept that the next battle's gonna be a loss. And then we'll see if we're able to mount some kind of comeback afterwards. Doesn't look like anybody's going for our team at the moment, but still pretty early to say. We want... The challenge you'll have with an Amp Strategist team is playing around the early game. This team doesn't have a lot of great... until you get Neferi and Nidalee, and really it's Yuumi that links this whole team together. So the early levels are a bit of a struggle, and normally you want to try and play around either Street Demon or Anima Squad, which is why we're holding some Street Demon and Anima Squad units, because we might be able to play around that a bit in the early game, depending on what we get in the next shop. Could also go for Cypher, but I'm not a huge Cypher fan, I'll be honest. It's always a pretty crazy composition to play around, and you have to be very confident maintaining a losing streak, which I don't like to do. Alright, let's see. Okay, we've got some rerolls. We're going to make use of these. It's starting to look like we should just play Street Demon, honestly. Actually, let's keep the 2-star Blanc on the board. We're going to sell the Anima Squad units. We're not going to play around them. It really is starting to look like a Street Demon board. Oh, 2-star Graves. Okay. So, I know I started this video talking about Amp Strategist, but I actually don't think it's going to be an Amp Strategist game anymore. I think we're leaning towards either Golden Ox or Street Demon, just because of the units that we're getting. I mean, we've got a 2-star Mundo once the round changes. We've got 2-star Graves as well, which feels criminal not to play around. 2-star Graves is a very powerful early game unit. Even if we don't end up playing Golden Ox, we do want to play that. So thinking what items can work on both teams. There aren't really many. I'm thinking maybe we take the boats that we get 2-star Jinx. Early 2-star Jinx with a red buff. Doesn't sound bad at all. Red buff is a really versatile unit, can work on both teams. And I think the early 2-star Jinx just sounds really powerful. So we're starting to lean towards a Street Demon team at the moment. I think somebody else was going Street Demon. Yeah, there's one person going Street Demon. But I mean, gosh, when you have an early game board like this, it just sort of feels like you have to go for the Street Demon. I'm thinking, is there any way we can play around? There is, if we level up, which we're going to do. We're going to drop the LeBlanc for now. We're going to do this so that we can play around with this Graves as 2-star Graves. We just want to get him on the board, and you're going to see why. He's going to be a very powerful unit. The 2-star LeBlanc was good as well, but 2-star Graves is great, and he's going to combo well. I quite like playing around Alistair and Graves when you're doing a Street Demon team, because it gives you the flexibility if you want to just focus on the Street Demon, but it also means that they combo well, because they give each other Golden Ox. Alistair Bruiser works with Mundo, and Graves Execution is going to work with Rengar if we get him. We may think about 3-starring Jinx, but I don't think we're going to go down that line. We're just going to play a bit of tempo, which means just kind of playing for early wins off the fact that we got one so soon in the game. We don't gamble. So we can ignore this. I feel like we probably should use a few of these rerolls that we've got as part of our augment, see if we get anything interesting. There's the Rengar. There is the Rengar. I'm not sure how we're supposed to play him at the moment. We could go for 5 Street Demon, but then we lose the 2-star Graves, which I don't actually think is worth doing right now. Wow, Brand. Okay. We are going to do it now. And we're going to put the red buff on Brand for now. Not 100% sure if that's the best decision, but we're doing it. We got an early Brand at level 5. Got to play around it. Just have to. So we're thinking if we can find a way to play around these units. But yeah, early Brand with red buff. I mean, you can see here the damage he's dishing out. The red buff's going to get him casting quickly, and because his ultimate splashes and hits lots of people, that red buff's going to burn everyone that he hits. I'm more just impressed that we've actually managed to get Brand at level 5 though. That's an incredible high roll, and sometimes the game gives you things and you just have to take it, and this is one of those scenarios. So let's talk about what the Street Demon team looks like. One of the best teams to play at any level of the game, simply because it's so easy to play. Such an easy team to get a top place finish with. You just have to make sure you play well around your economy. I forgot that we had a lucky shop hack. Maybe I can get a 3-star Jinx. My goodness. How do we play the Rengar? I think we just take out the Jinx. Right? And we've got Cho'Gath. I mean, our economy's awful. I did want to play around with the Graves and the Alistar, but I just don't see how we're going to do that at the moment. I just don't see it. Okay, let's see. We're tempoing quite hard at the moment, and the game's giving us a lot of Rengars and Jinxes, and we've got this augment that's going to help us to keep getting rerolls with the shopping spree. So it may actually be... Well, we may play a different variation of this team, which I'll explain in a second. Let's just take a look at... Yeah, so there is one other Street Demon player, but that's not too bad. So this is the standard variation of the team, where you play around Ziggs and Kobuko, and then 8 Street Demon. We would drop Jinx or Rengar. There's another variation of the team, which we're going to test my knowledge to see if I can actually remember how to build it. But it's where you play around Rengar and Jinx and get them both 3-star. I'm not sure if it's still any good. We could play around this, and I believe you drop Kobuko, drop Ziggs, play Vex, and I'm guessing probably Gragas and try to 3-star him as well. I don't think it is Gragas. I think you just play this at level 8 and then drop them under. I think that's how you play this comp. So And that one's based around having a 3-star Rengar, 3-star Jinx being your main carries. Now, even though we're going to get these units 3-star, I'm not... Now it's tempting. Now it's really tempting. Oh, goodness. And if we chucked on a Gragas, who would we take off in this scenario? Probably... I don't even know. Trifecta's really tempting now. Radiant Gloves is probably a safer bet. A much safer bet. Do we want to play around the 3-star carries? I don't think we do. Because we know other people are going for our comp, it's going to be contested if we do that. And it just sounds risky. Final Ascension is such a safe bet. Prismatic Ticket would be interesting, but we're not going for a team comp that can really make use of it. So we're going to do this. We actually did get the Vex, funnily enough. Which is making me question my decisions. But I don't think we're going to go for this line. We're going to go for the traditional line. But we may play around the Vex temporarily until we get Ziggs. I'm not sure if we're going to keep going for this 3-star Jinx. It's kind of messing up my economy, keeping the option alive. I mean, we could get it. No, we're going to get rid of it. I don't see us this game going for a 3-star Jinx. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't think we're going to play that line, even though it does sound quite fun. We're going to settle these units so that we can make our econ as well. And we're just going to play quiet standard. Not do anything too crazy yet. We're considering leveling up to try and maintain the win streak. And as I say it, I'm more and more sold on the idea because we're 1 away from 6 wins. And we can do this, chuck on the Cho'Gath, gives us a lot of extra tanky stats. I didn't mention earlier these items. I'm not building anything. Evan's Shroud's not that great on this team because most of our damage is magic. Bloodthirster is an option, but Gargoyle, Stoneplate, Ionic Spark, and Shojin are all items we need a lot more, so we're not very confident around that. And Sterak's Gauge doesn't really work for this team at all, so we're sticking with what we've got for now. It looks like the leveling up was a bad idea, as this Shaco is going to absolutely destroy us. So does mess up our recon a bit, unfortunately. We were better off holding our money, but hindsight is the best sight. Can't always make the right decisions. We probably should have used these rerolls that we had as part of our shopping spree to try and really preserve that win streak, but it's fine. We do get better priority on the carousel now, so Ziggs is an option, but he has a pretty bad item. Tyr is looking great. Sorry, I take that back. Ziggs is great. The bow would be useful for a Nash's Tooth, but he's gone anyway. So we're looking at the Tyr. The Rod's also an option. I think it's probably the Rod. Yeah, it's the Rod. Now, we do want Jeweled Gauntlet, but I think holding the Rod for that is quite greedy. So we're going to use the Ionic Spark, as it's just a great item that we can use for now. And we are going to use these free rerolls. Okay, there's a Ziggs. We're going to put an Ionic Spark on Echo, as he's standing in front of the brand, who's doing most of our magic damage. Should have had Zyra over here on the Empowered Portal. And that's the team for now. Where's the other Street Demon player? His team's looking pretty good as well, though he is missing the brand. The fact we have 2 of them is good. We want to try and get these brands and these Nikos before he does, so shopping spree is quite good in that regard. Don't think we win this battle. That Graves is looking pretty devastating. Collector's doing a lot of work for him. He did get the Ascension damage buff though. I don't know if it's enough. Can Brand... No, I think it was going to die before he casts. Yep. Okay, so Brand gets taken down. We're on a little bit of a losing streak at the moment, but not to be alarmed. This team is really powerful, and we're okay taking a few losses. We're just looking around, seeing if there's anything there that we can play around. I could take off the Cho'Gath and play the Ziggs, but I don't know if that's better. It would give us the Strategist, but I think Cho'Gath at the moment's helping us fill our front line. Not sure if I'm convinced. I think we're going to change. We're going to go for the Ziggs. Not sure if this is the right call or not, but We're going to go for the Ziggs instead of the Cho'Gath. I think we have 3 backline units. We want 3 frontline units. It seems we're a little bit imbalanced, actually. With a bit of a lack of frontline. Sorry, backline. I think either way, though, we're probably looking at some lost battles, so... Going into a lose streak, heading into stage 4, but it's fine. We're not alarmed yet. We can still take a few more losses and then really level 8 is when we need to start turning it around a little bit. Again, with Shopping Spree, it gives us the option of pushing for level 9 because we know we're going to get so much value in free rerolls, which is what we're thinking about as well. A very cyphery shop. Where's the other Street Demon player? Got to keep an eye on him. Still no Brands, no Nico. Oh, he's got 1 Nico. Yeah, just 1 Nico, no Brand. So, not taking too many of our units yet, but we'll keep an eye on him. We're thinking we want to try and push to level 9, and then make use of the free rerolls along the way. Is going to be the game plan. Make use of this Shopping Spree that we've got, which means we don't have to spend a lot of money rolling, as we're going to hope that Shopping Spree really gives us what we need. We've got a Nash's Tooth and a Gargoyle's Stone Plate, some really good items. Okay, let's level up. Use some of these free rerolls. We're hoping for a Nico. There she is. So we're going to do this. There you go. There's our Street Demon. We're actually going to hold the other rerolls because I don't want to go below my econ at the moment. We're going to put the Nash's Tooth on. We're going to put the Gargoyles onto the Nico, and we'll move the Ionic Spark and put that onto her as well. There we go. So now we've got the 7 Street Demon. The team should look quite a bit stronger. Let's see if we can take on the other Street Demon player now, actually. This is a pretty big battle. Always important that you win the head-to-heads against people who are using the same augment as you, as putting them behind is really ideal, as he's going to be the person who's trying to take most of the units that we need. It's a very close battle. Does the Brand? Yep, Brand clutches it. The Nash's Tooth has really great synergy with the red buff, as they both give attack speed, helping him cast a lot quicker. So we're quite happy with this this item setup. Wow. We're considering duo queue because our team needs 2 5 costs, and I like Pandora's items in general anyway. I'm happy to go for this. We're hoping for a Kobuko or a Samira. Come on. Okay, we've got the Kobuko. Got the Kobuko. I think we should do this for now. I don't think we can play the Aurora. We've got a bit of a mess of items at the moment. We're going to use the free rerolls now, just see if we hit any 2 stars. We're going to push to level 8. I think it's better for us to play around the Kobuko and the Ziggs than to play around the extra Street Demon for now. I think it's better. We're also going to put the sword on Brand to try and get Spear of Shojin on him. And then we want to try and get Warmogs on our Nikos. Now that we've got Pandora's items, we're going to be able to get the best items for everybody on our team, which is great. It's exactly what you want. See if we can win this battle. I think it looks like a loss. We do need to start turning the tide a little bit. We're running out of health really to play around with. It's not a critical situation yet, but it's getting there. Oh, I say that. Big Brand ultimate. Does it do enough? Oof, I think we lose. Very close though. Very close. That's fine though. A good loss. Okay. There we are. We've got our Shojin. We're going to take these items off actually. And we're going to put them back on, but we're going to put the red buff onto Ziggs because Ziggs is really good with that item because of his splash ultimate. And then we're going to put the glove onto Brand so we can start building towards Jeweled Gauntlet, which is his preferred item. So we're rolling now for a rod, and also if we can get some belts to start putting together a Warmogs for our Nico. This player's got a few Street Demon. Where's the other Street Demon player? He's got a 3-star Echo and he's got a Samira as well, so taking quite a few of the units that we want. This Shaco player looks pretty terrifying, as he's going to jump onto our Brand soon and just, well, yeah. So we're thinking how... We need to win one of these next 2 upcoming battles after the carousel round, otherwise we risk getting knocked out in stage 4, which is not what we want. We are going to be able to level up soon though, which is good. We want a rod or a belt. We don't really benefit much from these 5 costs. Actually, we want the brand. We definitely want the brand. We're happy to re-roll the item, and the brand gives us a 2-star brand, which is huge for our team. Absolutely huge. So we don't mind. When you have Pandora's items, this is one of the great things about it, is you can take items that aren't really ideal for your team, because you know that you can keep re-rolling them into other items that will become better. And a 2-star brand is going to be a big, big damage boost for our team, especially when there's a player going Techie and a player going Street Demon, who are both hunting for the brand as well. So there we go, 2-star brand. We've got a belt which we can chuck onto Nico to try and get a Warmogs. And we are going to level up and just use the free rerolls and see if we get anything good. Another combo. 2-star Ziggs. Okay. And we'll chuck on the Rengar for now, just for a little bit of extra front line. Yeah, we'll chuck on the Rengar. And now we're hoping we just need to win one of these next 2 battles. It looks like we're against a player on a win streak though. So the game has cursed us a little bit. We just need to not die. We don't even necessarily need to win one of these 2 battles, I think, as long as we don't lose them both really badly. That Mundo looks unbelievably tanky. Not sure how anyone's going to get rid of him. But we did kill a lot of the units, so I think we'll be alright. We just need to be above 20 health, which we are. So we're okay. Even if we lose the next battle, we're not going to get knocked out in this stage. More money. Nope, it's one of these rounds. A 2-star Kobuko. That's really nice. Can't really use these items, but we'll definitely take the 2-star Kobuko. My worry is that the other Street Demon player is getting a lot of great units as well. Yep, he is. 2-star Samira. That is frustrating, as he's taken a few of them out of the pool now. But again, our game plan remains the same. We're going to hopefully win this battle, just so we can get our recon. And then in the next couple rounds after this, we're going to go for level 9, put on the Jinx, and use the free rerolls to hopefully get a Samira and a 2-star Nika. We've got the 2-star Kobuko quite early, which is great. Kobuko does a lot of work. It looks like... I think it's going to be a loss, actually. Oh, is it? Brand Ultimate? Well... Oh, wow, that was painfully close. Painfully close. The Collector there doing some work for him. Hopefully we're going to have enough money to level up after this creep round. We did get a Nico, which is great. We've also got the Warmogs now, which is great. We need to see. We need it to just give us a lot of units. That's what we need right now. We need units that we can sell so that we can make sure that we level up. Because 7 Street Demons is a huge buff for this team, and we desperately need it. And we are still about 30 gold off, so I'm not sure if we'd actually get enough gold from these guys. If they depends if they give us items or characters. We need characters, not items. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's quite a few characters. So. There we go. We've got enough gold to level up. Just about. And we got the item that we want. And now we can use these rerolls. We're hoping for a Samira, and we get her. Look at that. Love it when a plan comes together. Now we just need a Nico. Oof, we've got the second Samira. We're probably just going to hold that then. And what item do we want? I think we want a Bloodthirster, and I actually think we're going to put it onto the Kobuko. Okay, so we've got the team that we need, just missing a couple 2-stars now. Question is, can we hold on long enough to make use of these free rerolls to get them? We need to win this battle, or at least lose it by a very small margin. It's looking quite close. I think he might win it, unless Brand could do a big, very big. Wow. I think we... Did we win? Wow. I mean, that's as close as it gets. Just a Samira left, holding on for dear life, but she does manage to clutch out the win for us, which is what we need. Now, hopefully we can get 2-star Nico, 2-star Samira with these 6 free rerolls. Just one of them would be great. 2 would obviously be ideal, but we don't have enough gold to buy them both anyway. It's not looking good. One more. I have the heart of the cards. Okay, we got it. There's our other Street Demon player. He's actually got a Bruiser Samira. But now this team is starting to come together. Now it's starting to come together. We've got a lot of the units that we need. We've got this massive Kobuko. We've got really strong 2-star Nico now. We want this 2-star Samira as well, ideally, but it's not the end of the world. I'm actually debating putting the red buff onto Samira so that I can get a Cyber Boss Kobuko, because I feel like Cyber Boss Kobuko is better than Cyber Boss Ziggs, so we might do that. We are against the other Street Demon player. Last time we did beat him, but he does have a 2-star Bruiser Samira with some grey items, so we'll see if we can pull it off again. I think the lack of 2-star Brand is really hurting him, as he's itemized so well for the Brand, but can't quite pull it home. So I think the red buff is better on the Ziggs, but I just really want to have a Cyber Boss Kobuko. So is this a bad decision? Am I being dumb? Potentially. Potentially. But we're going to do it anyway. And we're actually going to put Kobuko in the middle, so that he can hit as many people as possible. We're going to put Rengar here, just so we've got a bit more tanky units on the right hand side. There we go. So this Kobuko should be picking up this guy's entire front line, which we're going to need, because this Mundo is a big problem. We need Samira to hit him with her red buff. There we go. Just to start burning her, reducing the healing that he's going to be getting. And now it's just a battle of wills. Can we take down this Mundo before the misfortune takes us down? The answer's looking like a very close yes. A very close yes. I mean, shows you the power of this team, though. On the carousel, we won Samira. If we can get Samira item, we'll probably end up taking that. Oh, Strategist Emblem looks very good. We're going this way. I don't know if this is actually the faster way or not. Oh, we lost it. I think Shojin, maybe? No, Infinity Edge, right? Let's go with Infinity Edge. Yeah, we're going to put the Infinity Edge on. I was about to say I'm debating putting the sword, the Bloodthirster on Samira, but doesn't matter. We won't have the choice because we don't have any removers to do it. But we're going to get the Infinity Edge on her, which is great. It's going to make her do even more damage, and she's already doing loads. Can we get Samira in the shop? One more? No Samira in the shop, unfortunately. But we get another grey item on top of her. And let's take a look at who we could be fighting. Number 2, number 3, number 4. All with really strong teams. Really strong teams. I'm a bit worried that they're going to get a bit of a wraparound going here. But we're going to do this, actually. Just so I get my Samira on her in a powered Hex. Let's see, we are against this player. He's 1 off 3-star Aphelios, which I didn't notice until just now. And he's playing Golden Arc, so he's going to be getting a lot of gold. So this player's on the boards for potentially a first place here. 3-star Aphelios will win the match pretty much on the spot. But we do beat him for now at least and hold off a potential rematch for a while. If we see any Aphelioses in the shop, we definitely need to buy them. That looks very, very scary. We're still clinging on at the moment. Haven't made top 4 yet. Nope, no Aphelioses and no Samiras. As we know, this player is stealing all our Samiras, and he took the Strategist Emblem, our true nemesis. Okay. But we're still in the fight. This is going to be a big round, because if we win, it's going to take us through to the next creep round. Let's see who we're against. Looking at the items, it looks like the Shaco player, and it is. He has had our card every single battle we played against him, as his team just jumped straight onto my backline and wiped them out. We're hoping that we can do a bit better this time. His Zed's about to kill Brand. Oof, okay, Brand lives somehow. Oh my gosh, so close. One more ult from Brand. Is it enough? Wow. Just about. He was taking us down all game. All game he was taking us down with this assassin team. But we're holding on for dear life. Lucky Shop. Don't get a Samira. The only thing we needed from the Lucky Shop we don't get. I'm worried I'm going to see a 3-star Aphelios pop up at some point. Yeah, really no point in us getting any of these units. We just need a Samira. And we're not getting her. So we're thinking of items. We're thinking of more Kobuko items. Maybe. What does he want? Magic fire items. Let's. I mean, tanky items can work well on Kobuko, or yeah, like Hand of Justice, Titan's Resolve, those sorts of items. There's the Samira. Fantastic. And looking at these items, I think we actually want a Last Whisper on Samira. Because we don't need another Ionic Spark, we don't need a Sunfire Cave, Nash's Tooth's not good on Samira. It could be a Blood First Star, but I'm going to just give her more damage rather than healing. Give her the Armor Shred. And this is it now. We're in the end game. Our team doesn't really get much better than this. Let's see if we can hold out. It is a triple prismatic game, so we are up against some really scary teams. I mean, that Cho'Gath in the back corner looks terrifying. My goodness. Are we going to be able to burn through this monster of a front line that he's got? He's blocking his Cho'Gath in, so Talisman of Ascension must trigger, which is about to happen now. And I think it's going to make him a bit too much for us to deal with. Nope. We did actually manage to take him down 2 seconds before the Talisman of Ascension triggered, so wow, yeah, very close battle once again. There isn't really much point in us rolling for anything, maybe to block other people from getting what they need, so let's just take a look. Is the Aphelios player dead? No, he's still here. We need to try and get an Aphelios. No Aphelios is in the shop. Is there anything else we should be going for to try and take away? No, it's just the Aphelios. Got to keep an eye on that player. Okay, we're against one of these two. So our Samira's really come online now. The 2 cost, she has really great items as well. So now she's a pretty equal carry alongside the brand. Kobuko, again, just look at this ult. This is why we wanted the Cyber Boss. Picks up almost the entire front line, other than Viego, which is probably one we actually needed to pick up the most. As this Viego is about to tear through my team. Can the brand ult kill him? No, it can't. Can it kill him? Wow. 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 I mean, it doesn't get much closer than that, does it? Doesn't get much closer than that. Great clutch out of the brand. Exactly what we needed. Gets us into the top 3 shootout. And you can see the power of this Street Demon team. Another lucky shot. Doesn't really... and the game's over. And the game is over. Well, we're still going to go for the top 2. And let's see if we can take out our nemesis, the other Street Demon player, who's been plaguing us this entire match. Is there any better positioning that we could do? No, I think we're happy with it how it is. Alright, let's see. The Street Demon shootout for top 2, because whoever wins this is definitely dead to the Aphelios player. Can we be the better Street Demon player? I love these head-to-head battles. For me, it's almost an ego battle of who can play the team better. Is it us, or is it him? It's looking like... oh gosh, it's quite close. I can't call it yet. Looks like it's us. Very close battle, but we do win the ego war. We do show that we're the better Street Demon player. Always a good feeling. Unfortunately, I think it's all for naught, as we're about to get hammered by this guy. So maybe we just take the Warmogs and accept our doom. Is there any way we beat a 3-star Aphelios? I don't think there is, unless I can somehow get a 3-star brand, but we're still very far off. Actually not too far off, but I think we're going to lose this battle so badly that it's not going to matter. Let's see. Let's see. We're probably better off... I don't know why I'm trying to optimize as if anything I do is going to help me against this monster of a team. He's even got a Golden Ox. Zach. But still, look, a great video to show you guys the power of Street Demon. Such an insanely consistent team. Really easy to play. Always gets you a top 3. Would have got us the top 1 this game if we didn't come up against a 3-star Aphelios, but yeah, sometimes only so much you can do, and this is one of those games as the Aphelios just absolutely melts our entire team. Hope you enjoyed the video though, hope you enjoyed learning something about Street Demon, and I'll see you in the next one.